Raider Nation, what's going on? If you're a fan like me, you know this week's news has been crazy. It's been up and down, and it's basically exciting. But you know what? We Raider fans, man, so we're used to this now. First news that we get was Jakobi Meyers, wide receiver, had requested a trade, right? And I posted on this a few weeks ago, and I said, I feel like he needs to be extended. I feel like he solidified himself as a Raider, and he should be extended. A few hours later, guess what happens? Raiders sign Amari Cooper. And we're like bringing him back. So Coop is back. I feel like, honestly, it's just an add to the receivers that we do have. I don't feel like it's kind of like a red flag or like a sign to basically be like, hey, Jakobi Meyers, we're replacing you. Obviously, I feel like we do have a nice offensive receiving core, and I feel like it's going to do nothing but add to it. Because obviously, when you look at it, Jakobi Meyers is obviously younger. He didn't drop no balls last year, and basically he had a hell of a season. So he's just going to add to what we already have. And like I said, Geno is the #1 weapon we have who's going to be distributing the ball. So I feel like, honestly, it's a good pickup, low risk. I think it's 1 year. It's not really that much price. So I feel like it is a good option. So I feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, Jakobi Meyers is still going to be a Las Vegas Raider. And like I said, he's just throwing it out there and saying, hey, he's still got 1 more year in his contract. I just think he's throwing it out there saying, hey, I want to be paid. Like I said, Raiders probably can up his salary, you know, for this year. Last year coming up, they do have some cap space, and then go ahead and negotiate throughout this year. But we have to see how it pans out. So let me know what you guys think. And we all know during the last preseason game, AOC has been injured. He has fractured his wrist, right? So it comes out, Pete Carroll basically saying that, you know, he wants someone that's going to be able to have experience in the game. He didn't really, you know, press conference asked him what they're looking for. He didn't really give too much, but he just said, basically, I need someone experienced. So we already knew with AOC being out that we were going to be on the QB search, and we knew it was going to be happening really soon. So also news came that we are signing Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders as the backup QB. So I understand where the experience came from. A lot of people were kind of up and down with this pick. I really don't know. I feel like his numbers are kind of close to like AOC's. But like I said, I feel honestly, I hope Geno does not get hurt. Nothing does happen with Geno. Either way, if Geno goes down, we're going to be in a rough situation. Either if it was going to be AOC or Cam Miller. Neither one of these guys are going to be able to drive the boat basically with the Raiders that we have built the whole offense around Chip Kelly and just all the weapons that we have. So, like I said, Geno, everything is banking on him right now. And like I said, I'm looking forward to this season. So we got to see what happens and how this pans out. Raider news that came out that I didn't expect. Raiders have released Cam Miller and Tommy Mellott. I didn't see this coming at all. They basically waived them. They didn't make the roster. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with everything going on. I know Cam Miller did not look pretty good. The last game, the first game, he looked pretty solid, I would say. But just the last 2 games, it looked like he just pretty much fell down, man. So these 2 guys are waived. So it's a question mark on what's actually going to happen, if the Raiders are still going to be looking for somebody. But I know it's a lot of pieces and movement going on amongst the Las Vegas Raiders. But this right here, I definitely didn't see just because these guys just got drafted. But they did obviously waive them, so we have to see what happens and what spots are going to be filled and what the Raiders are going to do for this week coming up after preseason game 1. We got 1 week off, and I believe that the Raiders are going to be playing the Patriots game 1 on the road. So Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think about this video. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe.